to. A columnist for The Telegraph says rudeness is all the rage today. You see it everywhere, from middle fingers to swearing and more questionable behavior. So have you noticed this, and can rudeness ever be a good thing?
Huh. Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Some people are saying yes. I definitely feel, I think everyone feels it. Don't you feel like out on the road, people are, there are more middle fingers, there are less, signals to direct where they're going. I feel like I'm becoming more rude as well. I think this started with the kind of keyboard warriors, people being behind avatars and being more fearless about saying things that they would never say in someone's face. And then you give throw a pandemic into there, and people have just kind of like lost any social decorum. But that's the bad side of it. The good side of rudeness, I feel like I have less patience now. We've all been confronted with the world possibly being over. I'm being a bit dramatic, but like that's what it felt like. And I feel like I have no capacity anymore. When I see something going wrong, when I don't feel like I have no problem saying, right, I have no ability to put a sock in it.
And it's also our age.
Cross over to rudeness, though.
It is. Yeah. I know I've been rude.
Yeah.
Because also, speaking as a black woman, for me, rudeness is very different because I can just be aggressive, or telling you the truth, and that's misconstrued as rudeness, and suddenly I'm the angry black woman.
Yeah.
So it's much harder for me to, when people are like, good rudeness, I'm like, I can't do good rudeness and not be called that. So it is different. Even just me being assertive, sometimes I have to be like, okay, is this coming off as maybe they think I'm being rude, now I'm the angry black woman.
Right.
So for me, it's for me, there's no good rudeness.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, it's a great point. I do think there's something to do with age in this. I'm not gonna necessarily, I don't know how old you are, I'm not gonna ask, but I also do think that there is, for me, it feels like, I just turned 45 2 weeks ago, and but why I want to say that is I do think something is shifting. I think also me being a mother, I think the Me Too movement, I think I'm much more comfortable calling out misogynist behavior. And if that makes me look rude, I was walking down the street the other day and there was these two men who look like very sort of wealthy, well-to-do white man up against a very expensive car. And I was, because it was hot, wearing shorts and a little tank, as Melissa is wont to do. And they made some really very disgusting comments to me as I was walking by. Hashtag rude, right? Well, I was like, well, someone's about to get a little taste of their own medicine. So I stopped. And I turned and I said some choice words, I won't repeat them here, followed up by, would you ever stand by if a man said that to your wife, your daughter, your sister, your mother? They were just like this, like they didn't see it coming. Now, I don't think I would have done that. I don't think I would have done that if I was 19, right? I would have felt probably a little more vulnerable, but at 45, sporting my shorts with two men who know better, I was fine meeting their rudeness with my rudeness. I was fine.
We may have to redefine what constitutes rude. A lot of people think that swearing is rude. It's just a word. It begins with F, sometimes S, whatever. And I think about someone would be, if I dropped an F-bomb on the show right now, there would be oh, outrage and boo-boo and whatever. And I think about the Supreme Court decision that was written in perfect English language with no F-bombs that decided that women are less than and secondary citizens and you get to decide what they do to their body. That's not rude. To me, that's actually rude. So I actually don't, I'm so over what a standard of rudeness is that has been passed down towards, to us by essentially upper-class white people. That goes, because what rude is the opposite or a violation of etiquette. And etiquette was determined by landowners, slave owners, to decide how they should behave, a standard of behavior for them to set themselves apart from very, very lower class people. And so why do we have to stick to those rules for rudeness?
Well, I think what you were doing was rude.
No, you weren't doing anything rude at all.
It would have been deemed by some.
If someone did that to me, I would have done the exact same thing. And to me, that's not being rude. That's me you're harassing me at this point. That's rude.
Or throwing up a middle finger when someone is yelling at you.
I don't want my son doing that, though. Maybe.
Being rude?
Sticking up for himself?
I want him to stick up for himself, but I will say that maybe I'm learning from this conversation. That's a good thing. But I feel like I said to Jaya on more than one occasion, like, don't be rude. So it's like teasing out, you're 100% right, where this comes from, what is actually standing up for yourself, and what is my child just being a brat, and I have to usher him into become a good adult.
You gotta raise them to be also adults in society.
I don't know what the answer is.
Hey there, and thanks for sticking around. Wasn't that just fantastic? You know where you can get some more all-around great content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with all the laughs and thought-provoking chats you could ask for. So do yourself a favor, like and subscribe now.